Hi, I'm Sandy, and I'm back in the kitchen with Pampered Chef. I'm going to talk to you about one of my favorite topics, my favorite ingredients to cook with and to eat. As a registered dietitian, people ask me all the time, what are the best foods that they should be eating, and what do I eat exactly? Well, I've narrowed it down to my top 5 favorite ingredients. Here's the reasons why I love them. They're good for you, they're also easy to find in most grocery stores, and they work in a variety of recipes, and you can prepare them in a variety of ways. Essentially, they're my staples. Let's dive in. First up, black beans. Did you know that black beans are one of the most nutritious legumes? 1 cup has 15 grams of fiber and 15 grams of protein, and the skin contains powerful antioxidants. So canned or dried, which should you use? First of all, canned beans are fast and convenient, but dried are great when you want to make them in bulk and they're less expensive. Canned beans have more sodium, but did you know that if you rinse and drain your beans, you can reduce the sodium by up to 40%? In the end, it's up to you on the best type to choose. My advice is just to eat them. So some of my favorite ways to prepare black beans are in salads, stirred into soups, blended with beef to make burgers, and this fast and easy breakfast burrito. So I just have 2 eggs and my ceramic egg cooker. This is a really easy breakfast when I'm busy in the mornings and trying to get out the door. Splash of milk, a little bit of salt, give it a shake, and in the microwave for about 1 minute. So now I'm going to add my beans and my cheese and microwave for about another minute. So I've got my eggs with my beans and cheese all ready. I'm just going to put it on my tortilla. I like mine with a little bit of hot sauce. Roll it up. And there you go, a fast and easy breakfast. Now we'll show you something else with black beans a little bit later. Next, Brussels sprouts. I have to say with Brussels sprouts, if you don't like them, you probably haven't had them prepared the right way. Boiling Brussels sprouts can make them slimy and pretty stinky, but there are so many other ways you can prepare them. You can slice them really thinly and put them in a salad. You can roast them so they get all brown and crispy, or you could sear them with some bacon, like our butternut squash pasta with Brussels sprouts and bacon. Or you can steam them and cover them with cheese and panko like I'm about to show you right now. So why do I love Brussels sprouts? Well, Brussels sprouts are part of the cruciferous family of vegetables with broccoli, cabbage, bok choy, and kale. And even though they're small, I like to call them nutrition powerhouses because they're low in calories, they're high in fiber, low in carbs, and actually really surprisingly high in vitamin C. 1 cup of Brussels sprouts actually has more vitamin C than an orange. So I'm just trimming my Brussels sprouts and putting them right here in my steamer basket. Okay, so I have about 1.5 pounds of Brussels sprouts, and I have a cup of water I'm going to put in the quick cooker first. This is going to help create that steam to cook the Brussels sprouts. Put my Brussels in, cover with the lid. I'm going to select steam and set it to 5 minutes. And when that's done, we'll cover it with the cheese and panko and broil for just a couple minutes. Okay, now I'm just going to take my Brussels out, put them on my grill stone, and then I'm going to smash them. Steaming is a great way to make this recipe because the Brussels sprouts get so soft that it's easy to smash them. Now we just top them with some olive oil mixed with some lemon and garlic and herb rub. Gives them some good flavor. And then we have some white cheddar cheese. And some Parmesan cheese. And some panko breadcrumbs. The panko helps them get browned and a little crisp on the top. So these just go into the broiler for a couple of minutes. All right, this is looking so good now. Now, one of the reasons why I love this recipe, it's really a different and unique way to serve Brussels sprouts. It tastes so good, and you should give it a try. Next, avocados. Who doesn't love avocados? The most impressive nutrition quality of avocados is their amount of heart-healthy monounsaturated fats. This type of fat can help lower LDL or bad cholesterol and can help prevent heart disease. Now, one misconception about an avocado is that it's a vegetable. Now, it's actually a fruit, and it should be considered nutritionally as a source of fat. After you buy an avocado, it could take about 4 to 5 days for it to ripen. You know it's ripe when the skin turns pretty dark purple and it's soft to the touch. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut this avocado. Easiest way is just to cut down the middle, rotate the avocado, one full turn. Ooh, this one's really nice and ripe. Now, one thing about the pit is that people think magically the pit helps this side of the avocado not darken or ripen too fast. That's partially true, but what it does do is it helps the area underneath the pit from browning because it's not exposed to oxygen. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and remove the pit for this recipe. I'm gonna hold it with a towel to keep my hand safe. Just pierce it with a knife, and then you go ahead and just push the pit out. So this is my super green smoothie. It's got just a half a cup of apple juice, 1 whole banana, it's got a cup of torn kale leaves, and then I'm going to use 1/2 of the avocado. Avocado in smoothies is really a great way to use up avocado if it's just kind of on the verge of turning to brown. And then I've got a 1/2 cup of ice. Oh man, avocado in smoothies makes the texture so rich and creamy. If you've never tried it, you should give this recipe a try. You'll see avocados one more time in my next recipe. And now, sweet potatoes. The main reason why I love sweet potatoes is they're just so delicious. I enjoy them all year round, roasted in the wintertime or grilled in the summertime or anything in between. Now, the name sweet potatoes actually suggests that they're super high in sugar. Well, quite the contrary, sweet potatoes are really nutrient rich and they're actually lower in carbohydrates than a regular potato. They're also impressively high in vitamin A and potassium. Now, I'm going to show you one of my favorite all-time recipes that I created here at Pampered Chef. And it also contains 4 out of 5 of my favorite ingredients that I've been talking to you about. So right here, I just have 2 sweet potatoes that have been cut in half, and I microwaved them in the deep covered baker for about 10 minutes. So as you can see, I already scooped out some of the insides of just 2 of these potato halves. And I'm gonna go ahead and finish with these other 2. Now in this bowl, I have chicken, black beans, corn, and some Colby Jack cheese. Now when you scoop out the inside of the potatoes, you wanna make sure that they've cooled down a little bit so that they're easy to handle. This is sort of a new take on a twice-baked potato. Okay, that's looking good. I'm just gonna mix this all up because this is gonna become my filling. I actually love this mixture alone right here in the bowl just to eat. It's really tasty. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my scoop to fill these potatoes. I'm gonna stuff them really good because I have so much filling over here. Okay, that one looks good. And if you have a little bit of filling left over, you could just eat it on its own. So now I'm gonna top these with a little bit of extra cheese. I'm and put them back in the microwave for just a couple minutes. All right, these are looking great. Now you can top these any way you like, but I love to put some avocado, of course. Some Greek yogurt. Some cilantro. And how beautiful are these? These make a really great filling meal for either lunch or dinner. You can even make them ahead of time and freeze them. Last but not least, we have Greek yogurt. If you've watched any of my past videos, you understand my true love for Greek yogurt. Now, how is Greek yogurt made? Regular yogurt is actually strained, and the liquid whey portion is removed, leaving behind a really thick and creamy yogurt that's super concentrated in protein. Now, Greek yogurt is used in so many ways, but here are some that I like to use. You can use it as a substitute for mayo in chicken salad or tuna salad, stir it into soup or chilies for a nice creamy finish, or you could substitute it for sour cream in tacos or in dips. But Greek yogurt is not just a substitution. I love it as just a great ingredient to add to dishes. Now we're gonna make a creamy peanut butter chocolate mousse with Greek yogurt. So we'll start with some Greek yogurt, a little bit of peanut butter, some milk. I'm gonna get that mixed up first. I love how the Greek yogurt really thickens up this mousse and gives it a slightly tangy taste. Now I'm gonna add my cocoa powder. And maple syrup. All right, now there you have it, my top 5 favorite ingredients. Black beans, Brussels sprouts, avocado, sweet potato, and Greek yogurt. I hope you learned some new ways to incorporate these ingredients into your meals. Thanks for watching. See you next time.